Hello, this is L4DDarkVampRaven here. I'm bringing you another another WWE thoughts, opinions video, a vlog. First of all, I'm going to say I got new curtains, the red curtains in my old blinds, and if you can notice that parts of the room is red, that will probably be why. Okay. I've had to open it a bit just to get some light in here. Again, excuse the mess down here. It's for the wedding that's coming up. It's all some stuff. But yeah, if you see bits of redness like in here and other areas, it's because of the curtain. I got rid of the blinds for the horrible backlight. There wasn't most of my video. So anyway, we're here to talk about. Now, we're here to talk about the return of Mr. John Laurinaitis on Smackdown, which went past, which was on the day of, and just let me check, which was on the 29th of March 2013. Now, John Laurinaitis came back out. John Laurinaitis came back out during the Rock's promo at the start and wanted to be his friend, wanted to be on his corner so that he could beat John Cena. Obviously, the Rock cutting a great promo as it was like, who in the blue hell are you, and stuff like that. And basically he said, I'm not going to give you the Rock bomb. And basically, short the story is he gave him a spine buster and the people's elbow, which is fair enough. I'm not going to talk about the segment itself. I want to talk about the return itself. Now, I think it's good that he's come back, and not a lot of you are going to like the video about this, but I like John Laurinaitis. And why do I like John Laurinaitis? Because he's a good heel, and it's he's a good role model heel, a good heel that does. It's like Paul Heyman. He's a company. He's like Vince McMahon back in the olden days. He knows what to do, and he gets good heat on it. And he's one of those people that you can just hate. It's like people power. My power is people. He's just one of those people you can hate, and it's like he can manage someone and he can put someone over. It's my opinion. I like John Laurinaitis. You probably don't like John Laurinaitis. There's not a lot of people do. Okay. One of the first videos I did was on John Laurinaitis. It got like 2 or 3 dislikes because I said that I like John Laurinaitis. I'm sorry that I do. I like his character. He's been working backstage in the WWE as CEO for ages. So. But that's what he does, So I think it's great he's back. I've read some dirt sheets as reports that he was coming back at some point. He's obviously reciting on Smackdown like this time around, not this time Raw. So what I truly think about is he's going to obviously somehow get involved. He's only got a week for him to get involved in this. I'm assuming he's getting involved in Rock and John Cena. I don't know. He came out wanting to be on his side. So I don't know if Laurinaitis is going to be on Raw tonight, which is obviously the 1st of April Fool's Day on 2013. Is he going to come tonight on Raw? I don't know, but I'm happy to see him back. I did like him involved with John Cena and that, and hiring the Big Show, but and all that stuff. So it's good to see him back. I'm assuming he's going to be on Smackdown, like I've already just said. And I don't really know what the intention they're going to do with him is. I assume he's going to get involved maybe in the Rock and Cena storyline to kind of maybe boost it up a little bit more. Rock and Laurinaitis could have had more of a interaction on Smackdown really, instead of just like a mini promo. And Laurinaitis again saying that I'm on your side, Rock, and all that. So is he going to go cozy to Cena now? And then Cena going to give him the FU like on Raw or next Smackdown, because we've got one Smackdown before Wrestlemania, so they could try and cozy up to Cena, but John Cena's never on Smackdown really, so that's not really going to work. And I like to say kind of fantasy storylines here, because personally what I'd like to see is just after WrestleMania is like to see John Laurinaitis in control of the Shield. I like to see that John Laurinaitis is behind the Shield. A lot of people are saying that it's going to be Randy Orton. He's going to turn heel. He's going to be the leader of the Shield. I want John Laurinaitis to be behind the Shield, and the reason I'm being is because he's a great character to be behind the Shield. He's got that arsehole effect in him that would hire the Shield to come around and effect justice. He was fired. He went out over the limit or whatever pay-per-view it was, due to an unfair agreement. So he'd obviously want revenge, and he's hired these people, aka the Shield, to seek justice on the WWE, and that's exactly what Laurinaitis wanted. And they've targeted John Cena, and they've targeted a lot of Big Show and a lot of other people. So why would John Laurinaitis not want that? Of course he'd want that, to get a group together called the Shield of 3 talented wrestlers, Dean, Seth, and Roman, and to fight back against the WWE. This is just what I think. This is what my opinion. I'm sure other people, you have probably had the opinion. This is what I hope to happen. Because to be honest with you, the Shield are going over good, but they need a little extra boost. I think, me personally, I think if John Laurinaitis was involved in hiding the Shield, I think it would go over a little bit more better. Now, not a lot of you would agree with that. Again, this is each to our own. We all have our own opinions. We're all in the WWE universe. It's what we want to see, is what you want to see, is what you like. You know, Vince obviously thought everyone wanted to see Rock and Cena 2 at this WrestleMania 29. Me personally, I don't give a shit about the match, whereas a lot of you probably do. But these are the same people that voted John Cena Superstar of the year 2012. You know, so why did he deserve that? I don't know, you know. But I'd love to see Laurinaitis' involvement with the Shield. I'd love to see that he fought back, he hired the Shield to come back. I mean, Paul Heyman, you know, we saw him in that he hired the Shield with Brad Maddox and that to do that. But Paul Heyman's already working with CM Punk. He's already working with Brock Lesnar, so he can't be working with like 3 people at once, you know. But Paul Heyman is just amazing at being a manager anyway. So even if Paul Heyman was working behind the Shield, it'd be cool, you know. I mean, so not a lot was given away really on. Not a lot was really given away on Smackdown. What Laurinaitis is back for, he just kind of come back and said that, you know, he just says I don't know how he got a contract. I don't know why he's there. You know, so we'll find that in the storyline. But I'm happy to see him back. You know, I think he gets a lot of good heat on him. He gets, you know, and he can help. Me personally, think he can help to get the Shield over. You know, if he wants to get involved in, like I said, he might confront John Cena on Raw tonight and be like, you know, I'm on your side, John Cena, always been on your side against The Rock. And he could end up taking the attitude adjustment on the FU, you know. So, but again, I don't see what they're trying to do on this, you know. I can't really see, unless they're going to bring someone else in, like, unless they've got some involvement between Rock and John Cena, I don't know, you know. Again, it's quite hard to tell at this point, but I just want to go a quick opinion video that I like the fact that John Laurinaitis is back. I love to see him do work in the Shield, but be behind the Shield, control of the Shield. I don't know what he's doing in The Rock and John Cena. I don't know why he came out. He could have just come out and cut a normal promo, but he came out during The Rock, so obviously they might want him involved in Rock and Cena, you know, just to boost it. You know, he might have, I don't know, I can't see him coming out of the WrestleMania match itself, but he could have something to do tonight on Raw, or next week on Smackdown, or even after WrestleMania. I don't know. I'm hoping, a little bit, me's hoping he is on Raw tonight, just to circuit, but I'm assuming he's now based on Smackdown at the moment, so yeah, so not a lot to say at the moment. Sorry, I've not got a lot to say, you know. I just want my plans, my just kind of fantasy really. I kind of want it to be behind the Shield. I think that would be good from my sort of perspective, giving John Laurinaitis something to do, because the Shield, he's a heel, the Shield are a heel, the Shield are a raising group. Laurinaitis has just come back, you know. I don't know if he's going to be involved in Cena and Rock 2 WrestleMania 29. I don't know. Probably yes, probably not. I'm not sure. You know, I'm happy to see him back. I know not a lot of you are. You think, oh my God, it's that fucking guy again. You know, the guy that can't do anything. You know, I like having him around. I like things new. I like seeing different things. You know, I'm not saying things over and over again. You know, Laurinaitis was working in the CEO. In fact, if you watch the extras of the DVD extras of when Eddie and JBL faced Judgment Day, when he bladed himself in the back, you can see Laurinaitis on the side in a yellow shirt when he is CEO. So he's obviously been back in the company, but I think it's good they pushed him forward as a storyline character, you know. So anyway, so yeah, that's what I have to say. I'm hoping that he will have involvement in the Shield. I'm assuming, you know, I don't really see where the Shield are going to go in this direction. They're going to need some sort of storyline to get over as it is anyway. I mean, attacking people for justice, again, will only take you so far before it gets boring. So if they can evolve Laurinaitis and get a storyline out of it, I don't know where they're going to take it against, you know. I'm assuming he won't be, I'm hoping Laurinaitis won't be feuding with Cena again, you know, going off against someone else. Maybe go against The Rock, maybe. I don't know what he's planning. He might not even be back for good, you know. He might just be back for just a few shows afterwards or something. I don't know, you know, so it's hard to tell. I'm hoping he does stick around though, because I personally do like him as a character. I think he's good, you know. I think, because a lot of people hate him, you know. I think he goes over a hill pretty well, as not many of you would agree that, but I think he does, you know. So yeah, I'm good to see People Power is back on Smackdown. They probably made, because not a lot of people watch Smackdown, so maybe they put him on Smackdown to boost it up a little bit more, maybe boost up the ratings a little bit more, or maybe because he was on Raw before, so now he can be the Smackdown advising general manager, or executive producer, or, you know, interim Smackdown general manager, or that, you know. So he'll find a way, you know. He might even involve Brad Maddox or something in the ring, you know. So Yeah, so that's my thoughts and opinions on John Laurinaitis. Give me your thoughts and opinions in the comments below what you think about him being back. You're probably going to say that he's shit and you don't want him back. So fair enough, if you think that, put it in the comments, you know. So yeah, thank you for stopping by, thank you for hearing me out. You know, if you're new, please subscribe to the channel, it is free. You know, if you like the fact that John Laurinaitis has returned, give the video a like. If you don't, then maybe leave a comment. Maybe leave a comment saying why you don't like John Laurinaitis and why you didn't like him first time round. Yeah, I'm open to option. If you don't like him, that's fair enough, you know. You know, so this is what we do. We have opinions, debates, you know, stuff. So yeah, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for taking the time to view my video and everything. I appreciate it. I love it. I think my phone just went off. No, it didn't. And I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.